Okay, so this is our product, ViC, VIC, or Virtual Immersive Companion. So some problems that ViC will solve for parents and college students. ViC allows prospective students to observe the campus before taking a tour or / attending, and it's convenient geographical solution. For tourists, ViC gives insight into what they may expect on their trip, and it prepares them for their journey. And for individuals who remain cautious in regards to COVID-19, it provides a safe alternative for those who love to go to museums, historical sites, etc. As you can see here on the right, there's a guy with a mask being very safe on his phone. Also, hypothetically, if we were to provide or add a VR component, students, parents, tourists, individuals who remain cautious, they can do all of this in the comfort of their own home. So what is ViC? ViC, or Virtual Immersive Companion, is a new way to provide a customizable and educational experience to any historical site, landmark, college campus, you name it. It uses GPS data to quickly and accurately locate the user and provide them with accurate and pertinent information based on their location and the buildings surrounding them. And in increasing accessibility, the information can be provided both in written format and audio as well.
So VIC or ViC, it provides a few solutions for consumers, and specific sites that ViC would be beneficial for would include historical sites, museums, tourists who want to get a little insight before visiting these museums, colleges. If students want to see what the campus looks like, they can take virtual tours. And obviously this includes incoming college students.
So a couple competitors that are already in the marketplace would be Lydia, which is kind of a mobile application that largely uses image recognition to provide the user with information regarding any buildings that are shown. The problem with this is that image recognition can take a lot of processing power, and as a result, kind of decrease the latency or increase the amount of time it takes to provide the user with information. In addition to that, user would have to kind of walk around with their camera pointing outward in order for the application to pick up any building. So they kind of have to look at their phone rather than looking at the actual buildings and taking in all the sights and wonders of their surrounding areas. Obviously, the more traditional competitor is going to be in-person tour guides. And obviously, there's a large number of companies that provide the service for various historical sites, museums, and usually college campuses have their own kind of tour guides in person as well. So this is definitely kind of the more traditional competitor in that sense. And, having that person-to-person interaction is kind of some of the things that we're looking to kind of work around with ViC. So what does the industry look like today? In kind of a post-pandemic world, we're seeing some pretty significant staffing shortages as a result of layoffs or furloughed employees that took place in 2020 when the world kind of shut down. And as a result, as tourism has kicked back up over the past recent years, we are seeing some difficulty in filling these staffing shortages or filling these kind of vacancies with the positions in the travel and tourism industry particularly. So ViC obviously would help take advantage of that by providing a resource for tourists or individuals looking to tour different historical sites and things of that nature by not necessarily needing to fulfill these staffing roles, particularly in the tourism section. In addition to that, we're seeing some increased desire to travel, particularly through our younger generation with Gen Z. And a lot of Gen Z's top attractions do include some areas that require a tour guide, or a tour guide would certainly enhance their overall experience. As you can see in the chart, kind of museums, city landmarks, and historical places are some of the top 10 areas that Gen Zs would like to see throughout their travels. And obviously, ViC would be a valuable resource without them having to get an in-person tour guide or pay for another in-person tour guide or things of that nature as well.
Okay, so here is our value map and our perceptual map. For our value map, the attributes that we chose to use were accessibility, convenience, informational, and design. So as you can see, ViC is beating out all of their competitors in a majority of those categories. You can also see that in-person tour guides really just is not competing, and people are really starting to use that technology. So ViC would be a great option for tourists.
All right, as for ViC's revenue structure, it is based on partnerships with colleges, historical sites, and museums. Organizations pay to upload their data so patrons can use it. ViC is free to the consumers who will be using it. Organizational solutions is meant to help subsidize the use of outsourced tour guides and provide a way to service more people individually.